How's it going, Maya TV? I'm Quinn Zakaki here at the San Diego International Kids Film Festival. I'm here with CV right here. How's it going today?
I'm going good.
Awesome. So, first question, since we're at a kids film festival, just wanted to ask, a formative movie for you as a child that you watched that just inspired you to become the filmmaker you are today?
So as a kid, I watched this Will Smith movie called I Am Legend.
Classic.
And it was a very traumatizing experience for me because I went in there and I had just gotten over my fear of the dark. I was no longer scared of dark places. But I saw that movie and I could not sleep with the light off anymore. I was scared the vampires or whatever would get me. And so that movie definitely influenced me as a kid. I haven't rewatched it in a long time. And Will Smith has gone through his own little roller coaster, so I'm not sure if I'm a fan of his anymore. But
yeah, Will Smith. Besides Will Smith, I Am Legend, classic movie. But for a kid, definitely an experience. So I guess going back as a kid, growing up, where are you from, and when did you kind of get interested in filmmaking?
So I'm from Teaneck. I'm from Teaneck in Jersey, and that's right next to Manhattan. And what got me into film, God, I actually remember it. It's an exact event. I was at a summer camp. I think it's called Rightopia, and I went to the filmmaking just on a whim. I was at that point in my life where I was wondering, what do I want to do when I grow up? What do I want to be?
Exactly.
And so I went to this camp and they had a filmmaking course, and I was just like, okay, whatever, I'll do that. It sounds vaguely interesting.
Yeah.
So I attended that, and I saw this. One of the camp counselors introduced me to this website, the Yale Film Studies Archive or something, and it's basically just a glossary of film terms. And just reading through that, oh my God, it was like learning a new language. It was learning a new language, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to make movies and stuff. And so yeah, that's what propelled me on this journey that I'm currently on.
Amazing.
Yeah,
no, I love that story.
I was about 15 years old when that happened.
15. Already deciding what you're going to do for the rest of your life. I like that.
That's when it happened.
Yeah. So, besides that, for filmmaking side of it, when did you, I guess, make your first film, or start writing, or start producing, or doing anything?
So my first real production was called Master Leonard, and it actually came out right when COVID happened.
That's unfortunate.
So I got into like 2 festivals, and I didn't get into any physical screenings. Got into a few streaming websites. That was pretty cool, but not any in-person festivals or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience making it, and I love how it turned out. So that was Master Leonard from 2020. Check that one out. It's on my website.
We'll have to look it up. So then with COVID, I guess, how do you feel that COVID maybe influenced you as a filmmaker trying to make a film during COVID? I could imagine there's a lot of stipulations.
I made it before COVID.
Oh, and then the release
the release happened when the lockdown started. So I didn't have to deal with any of the COVID stuff during that. But making in menstrual frames, honestly, that was after things had cooled down a little bit.
Okay.
So
like 2021.
That came out in 22.
Okay.
In menstrual frames, and I think we were still wearing masks at that point. I think so. Yeah, no, that was interesting. COVID definitely rocked the world, and it rocked my world. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, so then also, you're here today for a film that you made.
Yes.
Would you like to talk a little bit more about that?
I am here for a screenplay, actually, Strawberries and Gumdrops. And that's about a gallant 5th grader who gets transported to a magical realm and embarks on a quest to unite 2 factions on the brink of war, the Strawberries and the Gumdrops.
I like that.
I'm very proud of it. I love it. I love how it turned out.
That's
highly political film. Highly political. Yes, very much so.
So then, I guess with you saying that's political, how do you, I guess, merge those 2 worlds of being a kids-oriented screenplay, but mentioning things as heavy maybe as politics?
It's, how do I balance that? That's an interesting question, because I think people don't consider kids' movies political, but I think they are some of the most political genre you can be, because they have such an influence over kids. They have such a power over them. they can make them think certain ways and think about certain things. Not even think certain things, but think about certain things. It's not you have to think this. It's okay. You have to think about this. So as far as this movie goes, I wanted people to kind of open their minds to the political spectrum, not think so binarily,
Yeah.
not
Not so
okay,
black
you
and
have to
white,
be
just-
one way or the other. You can know there's a huge in between there you can be. So that's where the politics is incorporated into that project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's amazing. I think typically, like you were saying, with a lot of kids' films, they do have these messages that they're trying to project to kids, and people don't think because it's a kids' movie, it's not political. But every single decision, everything we do nowadays is a political matter. So I think having a film that you're saying, I'm not picking one side or the other. I'm finding something in the middle where we can go to. I think it speaks kind of to the greater environment of politics in the U.S. right now, especially with an election coming up.
Oh,
I
boy.
think it's hard to be one side or the other right now, and I think something right in the middle or seeing both sides is a beautiful sentiment to kids, especially the new generation who are going to grow up to be in the environment that we create. So
Yes.
a lot of decisions aren't just for us, they're for the kids that are going to grow up, and as a filmmaker making a screenplay, making a movie that can speak to kids, I think only projects into the future just this greater good in general.
Expand the mind.
Yeah, and I think that's something we definitely need nowadays, is to think before we talk sometimes and to just process things. Everyone is different, everyone has, things that maybe you don't agree with, but at the end of the day, we're all people and we can all love film, we can all learn from film. So to kind of wrap things up, would you like to, I guess, just talk about maybe any other projects that you're going into right now?
Well, I'm always writing
Yeah.
writing a bunch of different projects at once. I have a novel actually I'm working on called Consumptive Cur, which is about a aspiring writer who contracts tuberculosis purposely in order to gain the vampire-like ability to steal other people's literary talent. And that's going along very well. I love all the meetings she's having with other writers and all the weird shenanigans she gets up to. It's just a wild book and a wild ride. I'm loving how it's coming along. So look for that in like a decade or so.
Yeah, no,
Maybe not a decade.
If there's an agent out there,
Long
we
time.
got.
Oh yeah,
let's
if
get
you're
it.
an agent, you're a manager. I'm looking for a manager, so
Yeah.
look me up.
Awesome. And then lastly, any social medias,
Yes.
any web pages, anything you want to promote?
So my social media on most everything, Instagram, X, Twitter, YouTube, is Production Blues. I don't know how to spell that off the top of my head, but Production Blues, all squished together. Or you can go to my website, that's tb-johnson.com. Somebody stole tbjohnson.com, so it's tb-johnson.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice talking to you, TV.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
And that's it from us at Maeya TV, and we'll see you later.